Hey guys, welcome back. Today I want to talk about some improvements I think that would be relatively easy to add, some quality of life, some would be additional content. Things like button mapping for gamepads, even though on console you can play keyboard and mouse. There are some issues with gamepad, like exiting, like if you select the wrong thing in your inventory, it exits you completely out if you press circle or B on Xbox, and things like that. But here are a few specific things that I've been thinking of. The first thing I'd like to talk about is kind of just the open world in general. You'll find things roaming around, but there's times that there's nothing anywhere around you as far as NPCs or creatures or whatever, and so I think that that's something they could work on. I'm sure it's something they've talked about internally. Granted, there's camps and caves that have plenty of mobs, but I'd like to see a little more activity in the open world. The next thing I'd like to talk about is boosted servers. Fast, very fast. When you kill a mob, you still get the same amount of resources that you would get on a normal server. I would think that on something that's 5 times or 3 times the normal rate, you would get 5 times the amount of loot off of mobs or 3 times the amount of loot, but that's just not the case, and I think that that's something that should be revisited internally by the developers. The next thing I'd like to talk about is a lot of the bodies of water. Granted, the map would be kind of weird if it didn't have water or if you couldn't swim. But right now, underwater is really plain, and that could just be because they're focusing on other aspects of the game. Maybe at some point they'll add something to water or add some sort of mechanic, but for now, it's just really boring. The next thing I'd like to talk about is kind of the passive stats on your gear. They're pretty straightforward. I would like to see something a little more special, maybe like on an accessory where you get a double jump or something to that nature. It doesn't have to be that, but I think it would be cool if we had some more special passive attributes. And the next thing I'd like to talk about, which I'm assuming a lot of people are probably familiar with this, is when you go to farm, and this is going to be twofold. When you go to farm and something it looks like it's there, but when you get to it, it disappears. That's one thing. And the next thing is the respawn time on nodes throughout the world. I think that they could be decreased so that things respawn more frequently, but it's really frustrating when you go to farm something and it just disappears. Yeah, those are just a few of the things. Just a quick video on some things that I think would be easy. Let me know what you think. What are some things you'd like to see in the game? I know we have a couple of other videos talking about that, but I'd love to hear your ideas. Until next time, please like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.